Casey Anthony enjoys her first day as a free woman. The once jailed mother walked out of jail yesterday, but she is not completely free. She's being monitored, including wearing an ankle bracelet to track her movement. She may not be in the slammer tonight, but the now-released mother is still the only person of interest in her daughter Kaylee's disappearance. Earlier, a spokesperson from the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Orlando went on the record with producer Justin Wells.
Captain Yevez, Casey's out now. What does that mean for you guys? Does that change how you guys operate in any way?
No, not necessarily. Our continued focus has been on getting as much information as possible regarding the whereabouts of Caylee. That is what is most important to us, and we continue to stay focused in that direction. Obviously, her being out, Casey that is, again, offers an opportunity for her and her attorney and their folks to step forward, make a determination what type of information they can provide to the Sheriff's Office and to our lead investigators in order to provide information that will give us a key to unlock this mystery.
Everyone's, of course, talking about the evidence that was collected, the DNA evidence in the car. Most people say that with the tests that you guys have to send those out to do, that evidence would typically be back by now. Is it back, and are detectives looking at it and just, at this point, not releasing that?
Well, again, the information, once the testing processes, whatever those are, whatever that testing is right now, what level they're at, that is information that is privileged. That is information that the detectives will hold close to the vest, and then they'll make a determination on when it is proper to release that information, whether it be through a court proceeding or any other information that needs to be released in furtherance of this case.
The bounty hunters that have come in and made a big splash, it's actually taken some of the eyes off of what you guys are doing, because everybody's been focused on that. What has your communication been with that bounty hunting team that's now watching over Casey?
Again, that is something that is not something that we are involved in. Part of the monitoring phase is something that is done by the Community Corrections Division, so they are part of that. We do not have any involvement in monitoring Casey Anthony at this point. That is the Corrections Division, and they also have the information regarding where her whereabouts, their schedule, and so forth.
Do you provide any kind of protection whatsoever, or is that not your responsibility?
Again, when she is out, she is bonded out. That is a right that she has, and again, it's part of the monitoring responsibilities of the Corrections Department.
If they had an issue at the house, as far as they say people are sending pizzas there and they're afraid they're poisoned, or they're saying all kinds of things, if they contacted you guys, it would just be like any other citizen contacting you to file a police report, correct?
That's correct.
So there's no special circumstance, no special attention being paid to that home right now whatsoever by your department?
Well, again, I mean, we have a situation in which the entire country basically is looking for Caylee. So there is some interest regarding the residents and so on and so forth. But our agency, law enforcement, and deputies that respond there for anything will do so and conduct themselves professionally and within the law.
On the record has obtained disturbing information about Casey Anthony you will not hear anywhere else. An inside source tells us that apparently not all has been rosy in the Anthony household for some time. According to our inside source, Casey took money without permission from her disabled grandfather's banking account, money that was supposed to pay for the nursing home where he receives care and lives. When confronted with the theft, Casey told her grandmother that she had borrowed the money for an expense related to her job at Universal, and that Universal would reimburse the money. However, there is a problem. The statement about a job at Universal proved to be a lie. According to our source, Casey was so irresponsible with running up debts that her mother Cindy had to go into her own 401k to bail out her daughter financially. Well, that's not all. Our source also says that Casey lied about her pregnancy with Caylee. Casey denied to relatives she was pregnant for the first 7 months of her pregnancy despite obvious physical signs, and that her mother Cindy backed her up and told family she believed her daughter's denials about being pregnant. The baby was born 2 months later. Then there is the issue of Caylee's father. Our inside source says that some family members simply do not believe Casey's story that Caylee's father died in a car accident. Our source says that some family members are and have been perplexed at Cindy, her mother's, willingness to believe everything her daughter Casey says. So what did Casey Anthony do today? Her first 24 hours of freedom in 37 days. Join us live are bounty hunter Leonard Padilla and bail bondsman Tony Padilla. Leonard and Tony posted Casey's $500,000 bond. Welcome, both of you. And Tony, let me go first to you. How did she spend her day? Do you know what time she got up and what she did?
You know, Greta, I haven't heard a word about what she did today. I know that she visited with her attorney, Jose Baez, and I didn't see her at all today. And other than that, that's about all I know.
Tony, did you have dinner with her last night?
I was at the house last night. I was at the Anthony's, and I did have a bite to eat and shared some words with not only her but the family. And she filled out some paperwork, and I was out of there.
And what was her demeanor?
Very somber, excited. It was a very range of emotions from Casey yesterday.
Leonard, do you have any idea how she spent her day today other than going to see her lawyer?
No, I just heard that she went to see her lawyer, and I didn't see her, didn't have any contact at all, other than that, and which would be normal for somebody to get out of jail and go see their attorney right away. But other than that, no.
Do you know, Leonard, if there was any discussion or any effort to reach out to investigators to find the child today, whether it was Caylee through her lawyer, Caylee through her parents, Caylee directly, I mean Casey?
No, I don't have any knowledge of anything like that, nor did I have a conversation with anybody about anything like that.
So, Tony, what's the plan? You going to stay there until her next court appearance, or what's the story?
No, Greta, I've been trying to leave, but because of the storm, I'm a little bit scared to fly. So I'm going to hope that the weather's better tomorrow and hopefully get back home.
All right. Well, I think we all probably pretty much understand that. Tony, when you spent time with her and with her family yesterday, did she mention her missing daughter, Caylee, to you?
Yes, she did. We talked a couple minutes about that, and I told her, I explained to her that this is the most important thing. It's Caylee. It's not about Leonard's ego. It's not about my ego. It's not about her ego or her being out of jail. It's all about the girl. And I think that's one of the parts of this whole thing that everybody's overlooking, is that we're not here for the publicity or the hype or any of this stuff. We're here to find the girl. And Leonard and I talked last week, and that was probably the biggest part of our conversation was, let's not do this for anybody but the girl.
And when you had that conversation with her, did Casey say, yes, I get it, it's about my daughter Caylee, and let me be a little sarcastic for a second, say, and where's the phone so I can call the investigators and tell them what I know?
I think she's still a little bit scared about being on the outside, who she can trust, who she can talk to. The family's there, but I think she's just kind of getting over the fact that she's been in jail for 35 days. It wasn't about getting the investigators, but she did look at me, and tears came to her eyes, and she said, I understand, I understand. So I can't, it's hard for me to get a read on it. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with her, but hopefully she gets it. We're begging that she gets it. For Caylee's sake, we're begging that she gets it.
Leonard, Tony, thank you, and Tony, good luck with that flight. I know how you feel.